Hi guys and welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about list comprehensions. List comprehensions are a feature of Python that allows us to create new lists very succinctly while also being very powerful. Let's say you've got a list of numbers and you want to create a new list which contains those numbers multiplied by 2. So you'd start with something like numbers equal and the numbers from 0 to 4 say. And then you want doubled numbers to contain those numbers, but every number multiplied by 2. What you'd have to do without a list comprehension is you would have to use a for loop to go over each number in the numbers list. And then you would have to say doubled numbers dot append to add a new number to the doubled numbers list. And you can append number times 2. And then at the end you can print doubled numbers. So this would do what you want. If you run this, you'll see that the output is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Instead of doing this, you can use a list comprehension, which actually has similar syntax in many places, but it's much shorter, and once you're accustomed to it, it's also a little bit easier to read. How you do that is you would say doubled numbers equals, and then you start off with some brackets. You put here the value that you want to use in the new list, which would be number times 2. And then you put in something like what you see in a for loop. So this is a shorter way of doing exactly this piece of code here. You say, I want to put in my new list number times 2, where the number is each number in the numbers list. And the syntax for that is, again, inside square brackets, the value you want to create into the new list for the variable that you want to use in the list that you want to iterate over to create this new list. So again, it does exactly the same as this. You create your new list, iterate over the numbers list, and add the new number into the new list. So you can just delete this, and of course move the print statement underneath so that it exists when you print it, and the output is exactly the same. Now remember that instead of creating your own list of numbers, you can use range, so you can say in range 5. Now this is exactly the same. You're still creating your new number variable that only exists within this new list, and you are iterating from 0 to 5. And every iteration you're putting into your new list number times 2. Notice that here you can put whatever you want. So it doesn't have to be number times 2. It could just be 5 if you want. And then what you would get out would be 5, 5, 5, 5, because you are repeating 5 times, and the value you're putting each